Tumigin Island, we decided to break our estimated 10-hour road trip with an overnight stay in the historic city of Butuan, the capital of Agusan del Norte that is around 311 kilometers north of Davao City.
So after our 5-hour road trip from Davao City to Butuan City, we stayed the night here at the Watergate Hotel. Watergate Hotel is one of the newer properties here in Butuan City that is within close proximity to the government center, to malls, cafes, and restaurants. We had a particularly restful evening because of this free and easy atmosphere, and we later found out that the design concept of the hotel is really based on the free-flowing Agusan River. The hotel has a total of 51 rooms and 2 are suites, and it has a pavilion that can accommodate around 250 to 300 guests, but with regulations it's down to 30% occupancy.
We stayed at the popular Watergate Hotel and wasted no time to experience the city. A highlight of this trip was to see landmarks that are testament to Butuan's significant role in the country's pre-colonial history. Although the Butuan and Balangay museums were closed due to restrictions, we were able to visit other sites of importance.
Butuan is also deeply rooted in history. Like the Golden Tara, the Balangay or Butuan boats are the earliest discovered water vessels in Southeast Asia. And this is an indication that there was a thriving, sophisticated civilization pre-colonial times.
Butuan during pre-colonial times was known as the Rajanate of Butuan, known for its metallurgic industry and sophisticated naval technology. It had an extensive trade network with various civilizations at that time.
is a replica of the Agusan image or Golden Tara, which is a 2-kilogram, 21-karat gold statuette found in 1917 along the banks of Wawa River near Esperanza, Agusan del Sur. This archaeological find speaks of the important role of Butuan as a trading post in Southeast Asian cultures like Champa civilization, Srivijaya, and Majapahit empires. This also speaks about the golden age literally of Butuan, when it was an active gold-producing center at that time.
The Golden Tara replica, donated by the Malvar family that owns and operates the Balangay Hotel just across the monument, is an iconic landmark celebrating the city's golden past. Pressed for time, we just ventured into the Balangay Hotel's entryway, adorned with bas-relief and murals showing various facets of the city's history. In the sprawling grounds of the Butuan City Hall stands the gigantic and unfinished statue of Raja Kulambu of Limasawa Leyte, who was the brother of Raja Siagu of Butuan. Our history books has prominently identified Raja Kulambu as the one who entered into a blood compact with Ferdinand Magellan in 1521 that sealed an implicit political pact between Spain and the Philippines. We were not really able to establish why the statue was erected at that site. Nonetheless, it was an awesome experience to just move around that huge piece of art. For eats, we savored as much as we could during our stay. We rushed to the Lingian Public Market to savor freshly cooked palagsing, a native delicacy of Butuan. Palagsing is a suman-like treat that is a mixture of unao, young coconut, and brown sugar. Unao comes from a palm tree variety that is also the source of sago. Palagsing is sweet, moist, and chewy.
Unao o butong.
After filling our tummies with palagsing, we made a quick stop at the Ukay Ukay Center across the wet market and got myself a new pair of shorts for a few hundred pesos. Margie's Kitchen is one food stop we could not miss despite pandemic restrictions. Margie's has long contributed to Butuan's brand as a destination, so it has become a favorite go-to place by locals and visitors. We went, of course, for its most popular cake, Cookie Monster, while we tried stylized Filipino comfort dishes at iBake, just beside Margie's. Just yum! our last stop, we drove to the oldest poblacion of Butuan City to visit the Banza Church ruins. Located at the banks of the Agusan River, Banza is the oldest ruin of a stone church in the entire island of Mindanao, and was once dubbed as the most beautiful church in the region before its destruction.
The Banza Church was erected by the Recollects in 1625 by the Agusan River and later burned down by Mora pirates in 1752. The Banza Church ruins is an important historical site here in Butuan City. And if you look closer, the belfry of the church is actually wrapped by this huge banyan tree, beside this marker put up by the government to celebrate the historical importance of Banza Church in the history of Butuan and the region.
Our quick trip to Butuan may have been restricted by the pandemic, but our appreciation of its glorious past only kept us in high spirits, our hearts filled with hope, and with a mindset so optimistic and free. This is Mindanao Road Trip with Art. Mindanao Road Trip with Art is all about responsible travel. On the road around the island, we experience the best of nature, host communities, and various brands of service that make for the most meaningful and comfortable travel.